Hi again, it's miniGIRL with hobbyhottips.com, and before I jump into my painting tutorials, I wanted to do a quick priming tutorial real quick just to show you guys how I do it. I actually got this wonderful tip from Engineer Jeff. You can check out his channel on YouTube. And I basically get double-sided sticky padded tape. I get one of those free paint sticks at Lowe's or Home Depot. Any hardware store should have them. Stick one side to one side of it, peel off the top, and then begin applying my miniatures to them. You want to have at least a 1/8 to 1/4 inch spacing in between them so that the primer can get onto them. Don't put the first one on just the edge. You want to make sure it has sticky tape on both sides of it. And you might want to kind of measure out where you place your miniatures before you actually put the tape down, just to make sure there's enough room and how many you can put on each stick. What I do like about this method is when I go to spray paint them, I can get it from all different angles. You can put a cardboard box and put your miniatures inside that, you know, cut out one side. But I prefer this method way better because I can get better coverage and a lot quicker as well. As far as primer goes, I generally get primer that is designed for painting miniatures. I have used Automotive primer that you can get at your local hardware store. I recommend getting the more expensive type. The cheaper brands can clog up the fine details of your miniature. And I know a lot of pros use the Automotive brands too, like Krylon, for example, at least here in the US, that's what the brand is. I just end up always kind of circling back to the ones that are made for miniatures. There's the Army Painter makes some, Game Workshop, of course. There's a lot of other brands, and if you are a veteran in painting, please leave your hot tips for the other viewers of what brands that you like that work for you in your country. As you can see here, I'm demonstrating that you can get a nice spray coverage from all different angles. It goes really quick, and now I'm going to give you the live demo. Make sure you shake it really well. I'm going to do my first pass on the front. And it's okay to get a few inches from them. Don't be shy. Now I'm going to get the top. And I'm not wearing gloves because I ran out. So you can definitely wear gloves. I recommend it. As long as you're not allergic. And now I'm going to get their little patooties. That's what's nice about the stick, is I can do a lot of different angles. And I'm even going to go upside down. Just a quick one because I do want shadows under there. And I prefer white because it makes the colors stand out. Even if I'm doing neutral colors, it just makes the colors pop that much more. Makes for painting a lot easier and faster. Make sure you shake your can in between passes. And I'm going to do a zigzag now lengthwise on one side. And now I'm going to do the other side. Zigzag all the way down. And the coverage doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a primer to get your paint to stick. You don't want to put too much primer. You want it almost so that you can still see the gray or the metal underneath, because if you put too much primer, then it becomes too slick for the base coat. You don't want that. You want it to almost have like a sandpaper type of feel or look to it so that the paint can stick to it better and get into all those grooves and crevices of your miniature. That's just a hot tip. Now I'm going to do it at a straight down angle. And notice I'm doing short little bursts. That just helps with control. And I'm going to do straight down on this side. And as you can see, this is my spray painting area. So make sure you're in a well ventilated area, preferably outside, and in a designated area. Even though I put paper down, overspray still seems to get onto the ground and onto the brick. So it's just part of it. Be prepared for it, or lay down a ton of newspaper too. This area I really don't care about, so that's why it's kind of like that. You can also use a box to cover in your area, but it never really worked for me. I kind of like the ventilation and open air and using the stick idea. So that's just how miniGIRL does it, guys. An extra big thank you to those who support me. You know who you are. I read your comments. And I'll see you on the next painting tutorial.